Hello, Mzansi. Ashely-ogle Jojo went to Motheo FM in the Free State. Maybe it's a local radio station. I don't know. They asked her about her experience in the Big Brother house and also asked her to sing. I feel like the host did not do their homework. The questions were work. They didn't ask her plans going forward, her reconciliation with Bonnie B, the clashes that she had in the house with some of the housemates, her crash, and her situationship with Ezra and Lozuko, and her friendship with Mandy Hagen, etc. Like, they didn't do their homework. Anyway, Savage posted this video. I was so confused up until I read these comments. So Savage responded by saying, just to clear the air, after Kaybee commented that lie about me being married, I stated that I'm not married and never been. I won't waste my energy on a lie. # however, I met someone special recently. While I was busy editing this video, Mzansi, Ashely-ogle was at YFM this morning at 9 o'clock with Tools Madala as the host of the morning breakfast show on YFM. Mzansi, I have to say this, Ashely-ogle is very sweet, soft-spoken, and has learned her lesson about, her reaction, her choice of words, and listening to her answers. She does not take everything personal. She is excited to have her reality show with Sweet Guluva. She wants to be a presenter because she is well-spoken, and she always wanted to have cameras, around her. That has always been her dream. She also appreciates the love that she gets from Ash Angels and, Big Brother fans at large. She does not hold any grudges for the housemates that nominated her. She understands that it was a game. At the end of the video, I say, please do not forget to like, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell. Bye-bye.
Okay, I would say that two. Okay, James. Like I jabile mo speeding ke banna. Okay, o setsa le teng ka kwano tla re buela moretsi ntse a go le bueng tibosma le bua ka ma o mo ke o setsa a gesitse tla o setsa buile tla okay all right
tota ke mo setsa yo montle ba tle ka jalo ka losika ba le bobotle
ba feletse
enya
ke re ba feletsa hore ba
ke mama e fela ga ba fela tota ke a ba itse jaanong ke re ja ga ba fela tota ke motlotlo le ka tsela eo a neng a itshwara ka yone ka ha re wa gage ke moruti
okay
ke moruti mme wa gage ke mme moruti
okay
tota e re ke re ke se ka senyetsa moretsi ene a tla ipolelang gore ke mang o tswa ka kwa ka ditla di latela go se jalo gone
ga itse ka re tsetsono re go amogela re go dumedise mo Motheo FM re shade pele ga o tla dumedisa re shade le rona re Motheo FM re ai shade ga itse ka re go dumedisa mo station sa Motheo FM
dumelang kana ka buano yana
ga itse dintsa re batho ba ntse ba potopotong o ka dumedisa moretsi wa station sa Motheo FM go bolela gore re ntse re bua ka mang sentle ntse re potologa jana
dumelang ka lebitse ke Karabo Sejojo, but you can call me Jojo. I would say that I am a top 5 finalist from the Big Brother Mzansi house, season 5, Umlilo.
Wow, ka ba ka utlwa mong kwa lapeng a re ke tsholo ke rile ke Jojo itse re ka bona le mela itse teng ka kwano ka mokgwa batho ba sa batleng gore bolela ka teng gore ke mang moeng o ntse re ipotsa gore ke mang fela ga itsela ka re rata go lebogisa man a se ba bantsi ba fitlheletse mo fitlheletseng jalo ebile ke utlwa gore o na le talente di le dintsi ke utlwa gore o ka opela fela re tlatsa mo go yone eo ga itse ya ka fela jalo o ko motshware maikarabelo ka gore wena o mintsi
yo tota ga o ka re bolela ka leeto la gago inside the Big Brother house ka gore bana fela just
to be short and straight to the point. So coming into the house, I didn't think that my life would change this way. So when I got into the house, I was just a normal child, a PK. Karabo Sejojo. Jojo started becoming a brand inside the house. So I'd say it was a good journey. It had its highs and lows, even though it was difficult at times. I would say that it was the best journey of my life, especially coming out of the house right now.
ke mpile sentle ga itse dia gore bona go ne go se bonolo le file go le jalo ka itse gore ke itse ba re ha o ya ko ntlong eo o ya ka strategy sa gago wa itse gore ke batla go dira se se rileng fela wa itse gore ya riska ka gore go na le tswetseleng gore wa itsaya e gore ka go ba kontle
of course
tota go sa mo senyetse nako ka gore ke motho yo tsenang ka fa tswa ka fa re jaaka o itse mo go tsa mmino gongwe fa ka re nyana vesenyana le esinyana
o tatetse ngwana mo nga dire ke batla go na le dipotonyana tse pedi tse tharo tse ke batlang go mo botsa ga itse ka ga ke sutang correct if I ke le wrong ke itse gore ga o le ka fa teng ga ntlo ya ga Big Brother ga wa letlela gore ka tshwara mogala wa gago
Yeah, definitely.
ka gore ke itse gore le tsena ka fa teng ga thelelo gore under pressure ka gore ga o itse gore se o se dirang se nepagetse kapa se se dirang o gore bolela fela dikgwetlho tse pedi fela di-challenges tse e leng gore wena o ile a lebagana le tsona fa e le gore pele ga o tla fitlhela mo top 5 re bua fela ka gore ka itse ga o le mo top 5 o setse o ipotsa gore a tota a ke dumele gore ke nna ke fitlheletseng fela jalo ka kwana ka gore ke na le bodit ba gore kile wa e lebelela di se sentse di ditse le fa e le gore motho mongwe ga wa lebelela o gore bolela fela di-challenges fela tse e leng gore
one of the challenges I can have bothata with adapting to a new environment. Mara it's a problem yanong ha o kopana le di-personalities tse e leng gore you've never been exposed to them 24/7. Now watsoga wa go bala, this is the personality that you face every day. I think one of the things tse e leng gore nkare ke di highlighted tsaka it was the challenges, it's the fights that would go on in the house because mo ke go lelang teng dintwa ha se ntwe e leng gore di solve mathata wa bo so go kopana le batho ba leng gore re dula re lwana every day, it was a problem for me. And then I think number 2 at least o ikre gore na o mang in that house. I think it was a problem for me because ne ke sa itse gore ke tlo fita na because ke ngwana moruti already ka ngwana moruti there's conclusions that there's this perfect life tere le gore tshwantse re latelle. So I think being a pastor's kid and finding myself in that house was a difficulty for me. So yeah, that's one of my 2 challenges, the fights and also just finding myself within the house.
Re bua fela ba re bola gore o mo top 5 ke eng se se tlile mo monaganong wa gago gore dina la gago ke ile o na le batho ba 5 eno se se monate ke gore no sa itse for se Guluva ke favorite ka gore wena o ka fa teng ga ntlo ga o lebelele mafaratlhatlha gona mo le gore o kgona go bua gore itse gore ke mang ene tla nna pharologanyo ga ile gore kwa lapeng ba go bolela gore moshimane ke yo se Guluva ha no go te mo top 5 ke eng se se tlile mo makanyong wa gago
ke nagane ka the people that are actually supporting me. How ke le ka motlong we don't know anything that's happening outside. So now to know that I'm in the top 5 as much as I hoped and prayed for it, it was a shock. And la ore una le confidence sometimes it was a big shock. So to know that I'm up against Sweet Guluva and Nsuku, Uyanda, because those were like my top 3 people. They are my biggest challenges, especially Nate. I was like, there's no chance for me in the top 5. So Jojo, you are in for the top 5 and you are part of these people. I guess kinale potential. But being in the top 5 was definitely my win. Even though Sweet Guluva is the hype of the nation. So yeah.
This is the final show.
Yeah.
In
the outside world. Really anxious, all of us. Not anxious to find out who the winner is. I think that was the least of our problems. Really anxious how will the world accept us? Was it accepted or was it not accepted? Will we find love or we will find hate? So I think one of the things really anxious was just being received from the outside world. So the mood in the house was just anxiety mood. That's all.
Yo. Ya bona melaetsa ntse go ga fela jalo mo tsetsi la gompieno fela jalo ka mo tsetsi la gompieno ba re congratulations Jojo ngwana go gae. How can you advise a youngsters especially from Bloemfontein gore ba tsenela jang yone Big Brother?
Advise us to going into the house or how do they hold themselves within the house? Okay, so just when you audition, be yourself. That's one of the things they're not being honest. When you're honest with who you are, definitely Big Brother will take you. And if you fit for that particular theme, you will be taken. So if you're rejected for that season and in a theme, it doesn't mean that you are just not for that. So it doesn't mean that you are less for that particular season and that theme. And then discipline. If you have discipline in the outside world, continue with the discipline within inside the house. If we do like me, I don't consume alcohol. Don't come inside, we'll change a strategy, we tutor alcohol. Because one of the things that will make your downfall is doing something you've never done before. So just be yourself and make sure you play the game at your best level. That's all I can say.
Just a vesenyana. I can remember PK. Just a vesenyana for baretsi go tlong le di followers tsa gago jaaka baretsi.
Okay. Okay. Beekay. Ngiyazifela noma bengathini ngawe mina ngiyaqwala ngawe. Ngizohlala nawe. Suku zonke ngizoba seduze kwakho. Eduze kwakho. Dala bengitshela ngawe, bengixwayisa ngawe. Sithandwa sami. Sithandwa sami. I'll just end right there.
Ai, uncle khaitsedi yaka. Ga ke itse molaetsa leng gore o ka rata go ka fa balatedi ba gago ke bone fa no go roga jalo mo letsatsing ene mosupologo.
Mosupologo ke eng kana?
Monday.
Monday, yes. It was not Monday. Was it Monday? I think it was Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Did I come Tuesday? As ke sena ke sa gopola Monday Tuesday ke eng because ke tswa ka mo ntlong ene. Nna sa itse date ke eng. So, yeah, arrival yaka potso ene leng kana?
Ene le gore fa ba leboga ka kakaretso gore se le ba go tshegetsa from
yeah, even still. I'd like to thank you so much for the welcoming. First of all, Nekisa expected that big crowd because I can't Nekisa anything that's happening. Even if after the house and I still didn't know anything because I kept to say that I just want to be away from social media for now. So I want to say thank you to the people that have been voting for me, and I don't take them as fans or followers. I take them as part of my family, meaning they are the Jojo gang. They are the Jojo fam. So too much and hakanyamela. I am actually cooking something big for the Jojo Tank fam. So, and I hope that you guys keep in touch and you follow me more. And yeah, there's more things coming, which are surprises that I can't even mention right now. But I love you, and yeah, we'll see you in the next round.
Yeah. Eventually, you get into the house. Actually, no, let's not even erase there. Blindfolding. I know with us, it was right around the whole lockdown period. So we had people that were manning us and managing us before we get into the house. So we had to go get like doctor checkups. Being blindfolded was the same with you guys?
Yes, it was the same. And it's like, it's crazy because like you come, for me, I'm coming from Durban. So you're getting on a plane, you don't know who you're meeting. But some people are like that was scary for them. I'm like, it wasn't scary for me. If I was going to die, I was going to die. But it was worth the risk. It was worth the risk.
Okay. So I get it that not much really scares you, huh?
No, birds do. I'm very scared of birds. I lied in Big Brother's house and I said that I was allergic to birds, but I'm actually just terrified. It's a phobia of chickens, birds, and all of those things.
Do you eat chicken?
No, I don't. I'm scared of them.
You're really afraid of chickens?
Yes, very.
What happened?
I don't know. It's just like a phobia since birth.
You're chicken of chickens?
Yeah, like chickens, birds, everything.
All right. So you're blindfolded. You do the whole phase that happens before you get into the house. Day one. How was that like for you? You're in a house with 19 strangers. You got to pick beds so much. What was it like for you?
It was, like I said, it was easy for me. I'm used to people. So it was like, also I didn't have a bed the first day. I had to share with two boys.
Why? Wait, what?
Because I didn't have a bed. Everybody had beds and I didn't have a bed. So I was like, they were like, come sleep here. And I was doubting it because I was like, hey, my mother and them were watching. But luckily the boys were like, the guy was older than me and there was no way that,
Which guy is this?
It was Melino. He was like, to me, I saw Melino as like a really big brother or dad figure to me. Yeah.
So I really wasn't watching the season as much as I wanted to. I kept on coming across clips. And I came across a clip of you. I don't know who you were tuning, but I was like, yeah! But it was some argument that you guys were having. Tell me, in terms of strategies, because people go in there with a strategy. Did you have one? Was you speaking your mind a part of it? What was happening?
I had no strategy. I really didn't want to get to the point where I had to say what's on my mind because what's on my mind is not always nice. It's random things and I feel bad after doing them. So I was like, I was just myself basically. Yeah, no strategy.
Okay, what would you say was the lowest point in the house for you?
Sticking papers from punishments and getting a strike.
Why were you getting punished in the first place?
I made like I said something bad that offended someone and then I got punished for it. Yeah.
Ouch. And how long was your punishment for?
It was like from Thursday until Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
No, that was bad. It was horrible.
You were sticking papers onto what?
Like we had these big books. I think, I don't know, A3 books. And we had to cut and stick out sentences like, I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. I acknowledge.
I once had to serve a punishment as well. We had to sew on buttons onto a big
we also did that.
And then when you're done, Biggie's like, okay, cool. Congratulations. Now undo all the buttons. Okay, let's speak about some of the things you learned in the house. You know, I mean, you go in as Ashely, you come out as Ashely, but I can imagine mentally and emotionally you gain a couple of things. What were some of the biggest lessons from the house?
Biggest lessons from the house would have been learn how to articulate your words right so that they can be delivered in the way that you mean it and not in a way that you don't mean it, but just because of delivery, it came out wrong. Yeah, that's what I learned.
Is this because you said something that offended someone and you got punished?
Yes.
Was there backlash on social media, obviously, because of that?
Well, I was in the house and I couldn't see what was happening on social media at the time. But when I came out, I saw that there was backlash. But it also taught people how to forgive and how to say sorry and have softer hearts. Yeah, I would say, in my opinion.
Was there anything you came out and saw and was like, oh, I can't believe they said that. Oh my gosh.
I know, never. In actual fact, like, the hate comments make me laugh. I die with laughter. Just last night, I saw something on Facebook and someone was like, because the picture, the quality of the camera was bad of that picture. So it made me look fatter than what I actually was. So it is, yeah. So I was like, and then someone's like, is it just me or did Ashely gain a lot of weight? I'm like, I'm literally the same weight as I went inside the house. The scale is the same. Nothing's changed. But I was dead. I was rolling in my feet. I was like, I was dying.
I love that. I think I like your approach to life because a lot of people could look at what's happening on social media, internalize it, and you don't sound like you do that.
Nah, I don't.
All right, if you're answering about, we got Ashely-ogle in the building. If you want to drop a voice note asking her a question, this is your time. You can do that using the Wi-Fi map. Good morning. That happened. What was happening? Because it wasn't a usual eviction, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a usual eviction. I didn't really care about it because the housemates evicted me. So I was like, blah, blah, blah.
The housemates evicted you. Why do you think they selected you?
Why do I think they selected me? I don't know. I haven't asked them like their personal reasons. Any one of them like their personal reasons. But I felt it coming. I saw it coming.
Yeah, you can feel when, the nominations are coming.
I felt the vibe. It was contagious. Yeah. Very contagious.
Isn't it crazy how you be sitting, having a good conversation with someone, and then you go into this little room and you have to nominate or try and get rid of them kind of thing? Did you take getting evicted out the house by your housemates personally in any way?
No, I didn't. I didn't take it personal. I was obviously disheartened that I wasn't going to be crowned the winner. Like, I like title. I want to be the winner.
The winner.
The winner. It wasn't about the money. I wanted to tell people, me, I won. That's what I wanted. But unfortunately, I came out of the house and I'm still number one in Africa.
It's trending. And listen, weren't you celebrating 305,000 million, what is it, 305K followers on Instagram?
It was 300K. Well, I don't know, but I know there's 300. I got a cake to put it up today, 300K followers.
That's not easy. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. But it's a lot. It's a lot of people that love me. I'm so grateful.
You seem to have a way of really, connecting with people. What is it about you that you think draws people so much?
Okay, I watch a lot of reality TV, and I love reality TV. But I noticed that I can't really connect with some of the reality people because they're not bleachers. I'm a bleacher. I sit in the bleachers and I'm a normal person. And I think normal people connect to normal people. Now, in the society that we live in, there's more normal people than there are like fancy, posh people. Yeah. So I think that it's because I'm myself and I'm a normal people. That's why people connect. Yeah.
So you feel like Ashely's always Ashely with the cameras on or off? You get the same kind of person?
Definitely.
All right, you leave the house and then from what I saw on social media, some of the girls start talking about your man, Mr. Sweet Guluva. Let's talk about that.
How do you know that? Because you just said you didn't watch.
Oh, I watched enough, girl. I do my research.
Okay.
What was that like? Because obviously you're no longer in the house. There's stuff like shower hour. For those people that don't know what Big Brother is, there's one particular point within the day, maybe twice, where the water's hot. So you guys sort of got to take showers together at the same time. It's a trippy thing. But you're not in that house. Your man's is in there. Ladies are just doing all kinds of things to get his attention. How did that make you feel?
Like, honestly, it's not nice to watch and see stuff like that. But I think that I had a trust in him. That I knew, okay, he's not going to go over the limit. He done more than I expected. I'm not going to lie.
What did he do?
He done more than I expected, but he didn't do enough for me to be mad at him. But
okay.
Yeah. But I guess that, he has the freedom of doing stuff, but just not crossing that line. I know a lot of people are going to say, I'm controlling. Well, yes, it's my boyfriend. I can control him.
Yes, when I can.
I can control him. If I want to, I will. What
was the eyebrow raise? Or you were like, yeah. Oh, okay.
What were they?
What did he do?
No, I would say when I was there, I don't think it was any specific thing. I would just say when I was there, he was like more, he didn't really communicate much. But then when I left, he communicated more. But yeah, he's out now and we good.
So, are you guys dating or was it like TV
Nah,
stuff?
we dating.
He's your man.
Yeah.
And you his woman.
Yes.
Okay, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Have you received any hate as a result of this relationship? How are people taking the whole, you guys being together? Because I know I saw you in KZN and people were welcoming you while he was still in the house, calling you Makoti. How was that for you?
I didn't really. The Makoti parts, it's I don't know how to take that because I'm not actually married. But the welcoming me, that was amazing. I loved it. I'm from Durban. I'm from KZN, so I loved that. And it was amazing. Couldn't ask for pizza.
Now, I read somewhere that you are a dreamer.
Yeah.
Can you share some of these dreams? Like, what does Ashely dream of becoming or wanting to achieve, really?
Yeah, I call myself a dreamer because I have these realistic nightmares. It's a real thing.
Realistic nightmares?
Yes, like I talk in my sleep a lot. And I think it's because I have an overly active brain. So even when I'm sleeping, like I'm always telling a story or I'm fighting or I'm thinking, So, but then in the house, I obviously overdid it. When I saw it scared certain people, I exaggerated it. So,
you add some spice
I added a lot of spice. But then But I also call myself a dreamer because I always believed that from 5 years old, I believed that there was a camera on me, watching me, following me around like Kimora Lee Simmons and Kim Kardashian. But so I just dreamed that I'll be in big places. And I can definitely say that those dreams I call it realistic dreaming. So those dreams are realistic and it's really happening.
I think it's realistic to potentially see a reality show with you and Sweet Guluva, keeping up with the Guluva.
You don't say.
Dreams do come true. You never know. Now, one of your quotes or mottos is, "The sky is too close to earth to be my limit." That's incredible. Where does that come from? Explain it.
It comes from my school. Every day in school, we'd have assembly in Grosvenor Girls, and then there would be like, word of the day. And that was one word of the day that never ever left me. It was like, people always say, sky's the limit, even Biggie. But I feel like sky's not my limit. The sky's too close to earth to be my limit. I want to go over the moon, over the galaxy, over the universe.
Yes, girl. I love it, man. We got Ashely-ogle in the building. We got about 15 more minutes with her. So if you want to drop a question, have a conversation with her, drop a voice note using the Wi-Fi map. Good morning. Congratulations.
That's where I want to be at.
So what kind of platform are you thinking? Is it radio? Is it TV? Is it podcasting?
It would be any one of them, but I would want to do TV, presenting, yeah.
All the best with that, man. All the best with that. Trust and believe it's not the easiest thing to do, but I think you've got quite the cult following and the energy and vibe to definitely do it.
The cult? Damn.
Girl, are you not training right now? Were you not training yesterday, the day before that?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to be humble here. It's okay. This is 99.2 IFM. You can say whatever's on your chest. Lastly, obviously there's a lot of people listening that really, really love and appreciate you, that have been supporting you during your time in the house and after you left the house. Any message to them, just to say goodbye?
I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Ashes, Ash Angels. God bless you guys. And thank you for supporting me.
Thank you for coming through, yeah? I guess I'll see you on set.
Yes, on set.
Sure.
Thank you, living space.